Oh my goodness. Why am I talking about, that I, was a Christian and was in esoteric Christian order, and, why am I putting up this thing with this Jewish guy? Why didn't I go to the Old Testament? Why am I go to a Jew? They killed Christ. I'm like, this woman is, there are no words, okay? The Old Testament and the Torah are the same book, okay? Now, if you really have the Holy Spirit like you're saying you have, the Holy Spirit knows the Old Testament and the Torah is the same book. For the Jews, it's called the Torah. For Christians, it's called the Old Testament. Okay? And why did I listen to some Jew that killed Christ? I picked up this. Number one, Christ was a Jew. Okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but he's Jewish. Okay? He's Jewish. Okay? He was a Jew. He's the fulfillment of Jewish prophecy. Okay? Let's just get that. Understand that first. And the Holy Spirit knows quite well that the Torah and the Old Testament are the same books. It's the same. Absolutely the same. Okay? And why would I listen to some Jewish guy rather than going to the Old Testament? Because the Old Testament is about the Jewish history. Okay? It's about their history. History of the Jews. Why are you reading it if you are so, this is your craziness here. Got this woman screaming that Jews killed, why didn't I go to the Old Testament? Well, it is the same thing. It's the... Oh, my Lord. It is the Jewish history. Okay? It is the Jewish history. So who would not understand it, the original Hebrew, than a Jew? Okay? It's his history. He understands what those words mean more than somebody that's translating it into English. Okay? It is the Jewish history. It was written in Hebrew. Okay? And he speaks Hebrew. Oh, God. I just... And this is why a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Okay? And over there screaming, okay, doesn't understand the Torah and the Old Testament are the same books. It was written by Hebrews, for Hebrews. He is Hebrew. So he understands the original language of the Torah of the Old Testament. Okay? Oh, mercy. Yeah, that's a problem when you get somebody that they want to think they know everything. They want to put it out there. All it is hate, hate, hate. Okay? And doesn't understand even that basic thing that the Torah and the Old Testament are the same. It's the same books. And if you are so, screaming about why didn't I go to the Old Testament instead of listen to some Jewish guy that they killed Christ, why are you even reading the Old Testament then? Because the Old Testament and the Torah are the same thing. Exactly the same thing. So even what you're doing doesn't make any kind of rational sense anywhere. It shows that you don't know what you're talking, not even the basics, not even the basic understanding. Okay? It just shows how much you do not know to begin with. And making all these false ideations that you've got. Okay? Translation of seraph in Hebrew. Hebrew. Old Testament is written in Hebrew. It is the Hebrew. It is their lineage. It is their history. And seraph in Hebrew means the fiery snake. That's what it means. Fiery snake. Hebrew. Seraphim is the fiery snake with wings. Okay? And yes,
I didn't get that.
They are the ones that surround the throne of God singing, holy, holy, holy. Okay? So all you're doing there, by what you're saying, is showing that you don't even understand the beginnings, just the basics, that the Torah and the Old Testament are the same books. That it is the accountings of the Hebrews. Okay? I am just going to leave. There are no words. There are no words. For some people's, failed understanding, not even the basics, and then want to put themselves on a pedestal like they know something and show that they know absolutely nothing. And all they are is filled with hatred. That's all they put out on a daily basis, hatred and their failed ideas, and want to say it's coming from a Holy Spirit. Unbelievable.